Nikki, this is Sanders, and
Sup,
you're
guys?
watching the Sprightly Puck. What did you just say?
Sup, guys?
I gotta say that I am really glad to be back. Thank you guys so much, everybody who sent me messages and tweets and all of that while
And flowers.
And flowers, and for people who came to visit me, thank you.
Ooh, that was me.
Really sweet of you guys. I really appreciate it. It really meant a lot to me. So we have about 9 games to cover, and that's a whole lot of stuff to cover. So I thought it might be easier if we actually just kind of did it as a generalization, because I think that's easier. What are you doing with your phone?
Pulling my notes up.
Oh, okay. I really liked the fact that the guys went on this road trip and won so many games consecutively and only lost to the Lightning.
So, Tampa Bay, we lose.
Right.
That's the only loss of the road trip. But let's talk points made by players on the road trip.
Goligoski had the most points with goals and assists.
I'm proud of him.
I am.
I'm proud of him as a defenseman who can make strong offensive plays.
You know what else I really liked seeing was the Horkoff and the kids line.
Hork and the boys!
Curtis McKenzie, Sean Horkoff, who's a veteran, and Brett Ritchie. And Ritchie is kind of doing, I mean, he's being compared to Travis Moen, but younger. Yeah. He rushes to the net. He's not afraid of making hits and all of that. And he's a decent playmaker. And that line produced so well on the road trip and even the home games.
Horkoff got interviewed about it. And he said he was really, really proud and was grateful that Lindy selected him to be the one to work with the boys. And they even interviewed Ritchie and Curtis McKenzie about it, and they talked about how they love that he's constantly talking to them on the bench, on the ice, in the locker room.
They're working so well together. You know what else I really liked on the road trip? The fact that we had so many good defensemen called up from the Texas Stars, our AHL team.
Yoki! Klinger.
I was truly blown away by how effective the defense was with these guys who were just so young. Nemeth is a quality defenseman. I mean, he's gotten on the ice, and I for the life of me, can't tell if he is so good that Jordy Ben just doesn't have to play as hard or what, or if Nemeth's just so good that he makes Jordy a better player too. The farm team really is being built the right way. I will say, when Tyler was out for those 3 weeks, I was pretty concerned about how the team was going to adapt without Tyler. Seeing how the team could play well without him, the fact that they could hold their own without him,
we kind of did
says
this.
a lot.
It was like, explosion, suck it back in, get over it, and move on. So you can't just put all your money on Tyler Seguin to be the reason why the team does so well. You know, I like the way he plays hockey, but the positive side to the injury, because you always have to find the silver lining, is that it caused other players to step up, like Jamie Benn. And what did Jamie Benn do while Tyler was out?
Got a hat trick.
Yeah, he did. His first NHL career hat trick.
But I feel like the team is finally getting to where they should have been back in November and December.
But we hit this run where all we could do was win road games, and we couldn't get a single win at home. And it was the most disgusting, frustrating thing ever.
They're doing kind of what they did last season, which is wait until the end of the season to make a playoff push. And at this point in the season, it's really
tight.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that the teams that Dallas Stars fans would prefer to be losing so that the team could move up in ranking.
Like Colorado.
Right. They're not losing. And when your team doesn't get consistent until the end of the season, the question has to be asked, where did we go wrong? And people are pointing fingers at the players, at the coaching staff, at the front office. And, you know, the fact is that the problems that the Stars have been having up until almost the last couple of weeks have been the problems they've had all season long. The power play, the goalie situation, and the defense. Kari now has a good, solid backup goalie. However, I will, until the day I die, stand by my feeling that they spent too much time putting Kari in the net at the beginning of the season, not giving Lindback enough of a chance.
I also feel like the way we play is not a way that Anders was used to.
Are you suggesting that it's the goalie coach that's the problem?
I'm not saying it's the goalie coach. I'm saying it's the choice of tactics that we encourage to be used, and I agree with you, the lack of letting Anders play early in the season. Like,
but that means that it's going to be the goalie coach's problem. Like,
either way, it is the goalie coach's problem, yeah. Oh, can we talk about Cody Eakin for a second?
Yes.
For starters, several people on the staff have told me that I look like I could be Cody Eakin's sister. Cody Eakin was scratched a few games back for behavioral issues. What'd they call it?
Disciplinary reasons.
Disciplinary reasoning. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't ask us. We don't know.
Garvin hasn't made a goal since New Year's Eve. What's today? It's mid-March.
We're almost at the end of March. He's
Yeah.
been having a rough go of it, and they've run him in practice, and he nets the puck in practice almost all the time, but he cannot net it in a game for some reason. Okay, so some of you saw our little blurb from Friday night before my last regular season hockey game,
Yep.
where we mentioned a photo contest.
That is being sponsored by Bring Hockey Back.
Woo!
And we do have a couple of awesome t-shirts that we're going to give away. Basically, we're going to do a video scavenger hunt, kind of a video photo scavenger hunt. There are a couple things that you're going to have to video.
Yeah, because otherwise nobody's going to get it.
Right. So you need to be at the last home game for the Dallas Stars.
Only way to enter.
April 11th against the Nashville Predators. And we'll be deciding the winner about 48 hours after. We'll have the scavenger hunt list on our Facebook. So go to facebook.com/thesprightlypuck.
Can we talk about Jordy Benn's hit, please? Jordy Ben destroyed Shaw, and it was awesome.
So we have a couple of fan questions. So our first question is from @JordanSela. Is this push just a flash in the pan, or have the Stars figured something out?
Okay, Jordan, so I'm probably going to sound like I'm repeating myself from my previous episode, but this is no flash in a pan. This is no, oh my gosh, we're suddenly getting super, super lucky. No. This is the Stars have found lines that worked. This is the players are working their butts off and doing their jobs. Next fan question from @FutureMrsBosa8, and she asked about Jamie's captaincy, and this is what she said. What do you think about Jamie Benn's performance so far this season as captain of the Dallas Stars for a second year?
I have 2 words. Sophomore slump.
Shout out to Caleb from Dallas Stars staff because he feels left out that we don't ever give him shout outs. He runs the webpage.
Oh, and Caleb, we are sorry that we never mentioned you before.
We didn't know who you were. We didn't know your name, but now we do, so you get a shout out. Hi, Tom.
We know you actually watch our channel.
Yeah, we
Don't
do.
lie.
Quit faking.
Nah, you fail.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.